Michelle's rep issued a statement confirming that the former president will attend, but not the First Lady. Trump's favorite oligarchs, billionaires, are sure to be in attendance, but one VIP who's skipping the event is former First Lady Michelle Obama.
Are Barack and Michelle Obama on the brink of a breakup? Rumors of a possible divorce have gained traction after Michelle's decision to skip not one but two major events, Jimmy Carter's funeral and President Trump's upcoming inauguration. While Barack will be in attendance at both, Michelle's absence has sent social media into a frenzy.
If there's one thing we don't care as the American people is watching The View at the inauguration or in anything that has to do with Donald Trump. We don't really care. Your opinion doesn't matter to any of us. You guys are just jokes at this point. You're for entertainment purposes, not to be taken seriously, allegedly. With that being said, we're about to sit back and react to The View host losing it over not attending the inauguration. They don't want to see the president being sworn in. They don't want to see the farewell to Joe Biden or Kamala Harris. They don't want to see that. They were expecting to see the Biden administration to thrive for another 4 years of dementia. No, we want reality. We don't want mixed genders. We just need the same old two genders that we always been having. With that being said, sit back and react. We're about to see how this is gonna unfold. We know they are all in their feelings. They are irrational, not rational, and they're always in their feelings. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Let's go.
List is set for Trump's inauguration on Monday. Can't wait. Not Trump's favorite oligarchs, billionaires, are sure to be in attendance, but one VIP who's skipping the event is former First Lady Michelle Obama. Michelle's rep issued a statement. Confirming that the former president will attend, but not the First Lady. Is she right or wrong?
She ain't the First Lady anymore. You understand what I mean? Because if you ask me, right now Melania is the First Lady. What is the deal with you ladies right now? She is the wife of the president. She is not the president. She is not the vice president. She is not commander-in-chief of anything right now, but maybe her home. Maybe she's the chief of her house. I don't know. I don't think Obama seems that soft. You understand? Pause. But with that being said, listen, we can care less if she shows up, doesn't show up. She's showing up as Obama's wife. Hello. I don't understand why you women are losing it over this right here. There's no reason to be losing it.
Yes, Lord, she is so right. She is so right.
Pandering at its best.
She gave us that when they go low, you know, we must go high.
She changed that one.
And I think she's changed her tune. I think when they go low, you have to meet that energy and perhaps go even lower, become small like an ant and go to the Earth's crust.
Nah, don't do that.
And what I will
Ladies,
say is,
don't do it.
Yeah, well, what I will say is she said that she did not enjoy Trump's 2017 inauguration because there was no diversity, there was no color on that stage. She said there was no reflection of the broader sense of what America looks like, and many people took pictures of her, and she just wasn't in a good mood. But I want to show a clip of what she said at the DNC, which I really think hits home.
For years, Donald Trump did everything in his power to try to make people fear us.
Really?
See, his limited, narrow view of the world made him feel threatened by the existence of two hard-working, highly educated, successful people who...
Hey, we're gonna show a clip. We're gonna show a clip in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, now what did you just say just now? You said in fear? I get it. Your husband seemed like he was very frightened. I get it, Michelle. I get it.
happened to be black.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
And I think When you see that, you
Propaganda.
understand why she wouldn't go.
So I have no problem with Michelle Obama not going. I think that it's critical that all former presidents and vice presidents attend. I think it signals to the world that despite a very tumultuous political season, that America moves forward and we're going to have a safe and secure transfer of power, despite Donald Trump in 2020 and what he did after January 6th. But I think as spouse, she served her time. I don't think that she's obligated to be there.
You might as well just get out.
But it was also reported that Nancy Pelosi isn't attending, and I think it's a missed opportunity for two reasons. I think that, A, showing that the country is still going to move forward, even if the person you didn't want to win wins, even if you have grave concerns about who they are. But also, she is still a leader among Democrats. She's a sitting lawmaker, and while she's not Speaker, she's Speaker Emeritus. I think it's kind of signaling almost Democrats retreating when there is something powerful to showing up and saying, we're here, we're going to sit here, listen to him take the oath of office, be sworn in, but we also exist. There's also a counter and an alternative here. To me, that just feels like an odd missed opportunity.
Why do they get that, though, Alyssa, when Trump himself didn't go to the inauguration
Because I think
of
you have to be
Biden,
bigger.
his
Yeah, I was
successor?
just going to say, I don't actually believe in going to the Earth's crust or we all end up in the Earth's
I was
crust.
going to say, it's kind of like as a parent, I always
Well, an actual president, I can understand. The wife, no one cares. We don't care about you. When it comes to the wives, listen, you are just the wife. That is it. You was not there shooting in the gym. No, you were not. No. Maybe you were supporting in the bedroom, but you were not in the gym shooting a shot.
say we do not let the worst example among us set the bar for us. We do better when we know how to do better. And so for me, I don't mind Michelle Obama not attending. Again, their family has given so much to this country. They have done so much that at this point, the tradition is the people that were in office, the presidents, the vice presidents, the senators. I don't care what Donald Trump does. I will not stop fighting. And if we think what Donald Trump is, and none of us here voted for him.
We do not care.
If we think he is all those things we said, then you continue to do your job
However,
harder.
he's still
you
a
show up.
president.
You do the things. Like the fact
Which
that
means
she is
is
Speaker Emeritus.
your
you're right.
opinions don't matter.
You do not say, well, they did it first. That sounds like, again, preschoolers.
Can I say something about Nancy Pelosi? And I can't believe I'm defending her because I'm like with Jill Biden on this one. But she's 84 years old. She just fell head first and broke her hip when she was on a Codell in Europe. She fell off some marble steps. She's on a walker. The inauguration is outdoors.
Then
it's
that's
going to
fine
be
if
in
that's
the
the
teens.
reason.
Yeah, if she gives that statement,
That's not the
because
reason.
Barbara Bush and
How do you know that's not the
HW,
reason?
Barbara Bush and HW did that the first Trump inauguration. They were both aging and said, we can't safely be there. Our doctors said we couldn't. That's a totally legitimate
You know what
reason.
bothers me is the capitulation that's going on
aging?
everywhere.
Why are you running
at
the
this point, Michelle,
Why are you running the country?
Nancy, Kamala, and Karen Pence are standing up against Trump. The men are folding like cheap suits.
It's the women.
Stop it. Get some help.
And it's just
The
like
women.
Vanessa always
And
says.
I agree. I just want to say,
You see how this show loves to turn the men against the women, right? Oh, it's the women. It's the women. Yeah, it's the women. The women are the strong ones. Cut it out. Enough with the bullshit already at this point. What are we really doing? Are y'all really taking yourself seriously? You really can't.
this is not a normal inauguration.
No.
This is not a normal person.
Right.
He's a convicted felon.
And they're talking about threatening him with insurance fraud. I would say you could get about 20 years in prison. So that's a death sentence for him.
View co-host Sunny Hostin's husband, Emmanuel Hostin, has been accused of federal insurance fraud.
Your husband did this to me. Those 5 words spat out in the middle of ABC's parking lot.
Why do they
That's
go
not working
as if this
anymore.
is a normal inauguration?
Your husband is a
He's not
convicted
the
felon.
presents to the friggin' globe when you
Yeah.
have presidents that say just because of this we're not gonna. The America
gonna take our
voted.
ball and go
The
home.
normalizing of President Trump happened when the American public went out and voted and picked
okay,
him.
let me say
That's
this
what
about
The
happened.
Germans
Michelle.
voted also.
I
Just
think
saying.
Michelle Obama is living her best life, and I think
Yes,
she
and
has
she
learned to
deserves
put
it.
herself first and put her
Living her
mental health
best
first.
life.
I think there's a lot of Americans who feel exactly the same way.
Yes.
Which is why news viewership and things like that have gone down dramatically because people are checking out.
my
I think
goodness.
Michelle Obama sat there, did her job when she was the outgoing First Lady. When she was the outgoing First Lady, she had the Trumps to the White House. She was nice. She played nice. She went to the inaugural. She sat through that insane speech about American carnage. All her pictures are like, what am I listening to?
Yeah.
So I think this time she's saying, boo, Been there, done that. You're solo on this. I'm out. I'm going to do what's best for my mental health. And I think she's fine to do that, you know?
Right.
And by the way, and I think every American
Delusional
who wants to do
pandering.
that, if watching the inaugural is going to be bad for your mental health, go do something that's going to be good for your mental health.
But I just want to add to what you said, Joy.
Sonny Hostin, her husband accused of committing federal insurance fraud in a lawsuit. Okay. Now, Dr. Emmanuel Manny Hostin, an orthopedic surgeon and husband of The View co-host, Sonny Hostin, is accused in December lawsuit fraudulently billing insurance. By the way, this is a Daily Caller story I'm reading.
It's not.
What do you want to add to the convicted felon part? About how your husband is currently being indicted? Is that what we're talking about? Allegedly? Let us know in the comments.
About taking your ball and going home. It's not about being childish. It's about normalizing a man who refuses to do the normal things that presidents do. And he is going to continue to do that. And I think that it is perfectly appropriate, if he felt it was perfectly appropriate, to skip his successors, rightful successors' inauguration. Also, he thought it was appropriate to keep that successor from coming to the White House and receiving him from the White House.
Hella makeup.
Why does he get to be congratulated? Why do the norms apply to him?
But the point remains that 75 million
You can say the
Americans
same
voted
about
for
your
Trump.
husband.
That is the normalization. Nancy Pelosi's attendance
let
or
them
lack of
attend and
attendance
watch.
is not what is going to normalize him. And I think the sooner that we wake up to the fact that the governing reality, the world we exist in next week, is Donald Trump as president, and Democrats still have powers. There's still things they can do in Congress. There are still things they can be engaged on.
But I don't buy it.
I guess take your ball and go home.
Can I ask something? Has Nancy Pelosi said, I'm not going because I think he's a convicted felon and I don't want to be part of normalizing this oath? Or has she just said, I'm not going?
It's a big club, and you ain't in it.
No, but she also didn't say it's because I'm too
so then
old.
we are
because
assuming that she's not going for that. But why do we know that she's 84 years old with a broken hip and doesn't want to go sit in
harping on Nancy
15-degree weather?
We're speaking about not attending in general.
But also, she's old enough to be a leader in Congress. I think she's old enough to put on a COVID
Well, they had it
inauguration.
indoors.
There's
Now
not a
what?
medical reason she can't.
She didn't give a reason.
She didn't give a reason.
with that.
It seems to me that over every step of the way he's been let go. Merrick Garland postponed the thing. Every time you turn around, they didn't impeach him, and now we're going to inaugurate him. This is where we've come because people had turned their eyes away
Because
from
they've normalized him.
What he is
Well, I
really
mean, he lost an
representing.
or
The
he
man
won an
is-
election.
It is not a normal election. Stop treating like it is. It's not.
It is.
It is a normal election. It was a safe, fair, and legal election. The
Yeah,
fact
but 75 million people. I think there's like 300 million people in
But
this
people
country.
chose not to vote. This is a fascinating stat. Hear this. 18 million people who voted for Joe Biden in 2020 sat out this election. There were reasons they didn't vote for Trump. There were reasons people said, I don't want either of these options. So it's not just that Donald Trump won. Also, Democrats lost. Kamala Harris lost. Joe Biden lost. Like, that's the reality.
More people voted for Joe Biden in 2020, and Donald Trump refused to go. So 82 million
And
people
they peeled
didn't
off
count.
and didn't vote for him
Then why
again.
75 million, should count?
But yet, she just said earlier, why is it okay to say, well, they did it first? You see, like, the hypocrisy right here? They don't even pay attention to what they're saying. This is why I post certain clips so that you guys can see the hypocrisy, what's going on, how they try to play with you. You got to think for yourself. Be careful. With that being said, make sure you go in the comments, run it up, flood it up. This was by far crazy. I don't know what they're thinking about. We see right through it. We are not slow. We are not sleep anymore. See you guys in the next one. Don't forget, like, comment, share, subscribe.